Well, good morning, everybody. Here we are on Thursday morning, the day before our big um, deliverance and healing conference, and we're all excited. Yeah, and that excitement is kind of tempered as we finish off the second half of Ecclesiastes. Yeah, it's just good knowing that Solomon was in a bad place when he wrote all of this. But there are some real gems in there. And one of the things that stood out for me, and it's always stood out for me, is where he writes that God really has made things simple, and it's we who've complicated things. And no matter how you look at it, um, it is simple. Jesus again emphasized that fact when he said, uh, you know, love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. I mean, it doesn't get much more simple than that. But simple does not mean easy. We complicate it when we try to make something simple easy. We put all kinds of things in there to make it easier for us to do. But simple is not easy, and complicated is even harder. And that's what we do with these things. And to love the Lord your God is simple, but it's going to cost you everything. To love your neighbor as yourself is going to cost you yourself. It's simple. It's simple. The gospel is simple. You know, when you consider that God made everything perfect, and then we introduced rebellion into this perfection, because he had to give us the freedom so that we had the freedom to choose to love him, and choice means that we can choose good or bad, and we chose the complicated way, and yeah, we complicated the whole thing. He just wanted us to love him, to worship him, to be in relationship with him. And we turned around, and even though we were like him, there was a desire in us to be like him. And we listened to the enemy's lie, and we entered into rebellion, thinking that we would be like him when we were already like him. And the enemy wasn't. The enemy was promising us something that we already possess. That's what's so stupid about it. And we complicated it, and then he turned around and he made the solution simple. The solution is simple, but hard. It came at a cost. Simple doesn't mean that there's no cost to it. The simple often means there's a huge cost. If you've ever tried to simplify your life, you know there's a huge cost to trying to simplify your life. There's a lot of things that you have to get rid of, and to enter back into fellowship with him, to come into even a greater relationship of sonship with him. It costs. It costs. It's simple, but it costs. But I got to tell you, from the life that I've lived so far, it is much better. It is much better to go with the simplicity of our God than with the complicated effort of making it easy. So you have a fantastic day. Trust the Lord. Trust what he says. It's simple. Understand it will cost, but it is the best. God bless.